sink, which we hope is clean enough. Sometimes the best way to get that stickiness off is with your fingers. And that's the best we're going to get. So remember to attach the CPU fan. It's vitally urgent. Your computer will overheat. You don't want to cause damage to that processor. And it's a little hairy in there. That's why it might have been a good idea to do this before we put everything back together. But I think we'll be all right. There it goes. And that slides right in there. The fan does. And the heatsink sits right on top of the processor. Make sure it's all lined up. And then I like to screw these back in a crisscross fashion like you're putting on a tire. Distribute the pressure evenly on the processor. Then these plates, this is the last plate I got to put on. This covers the fan and the heatsink. They get dusty. They get dirty. Clean them up since you have them out. Like I said, always try to give your laptop back to the customer in a better condition, in a cleaner condition than when you got it. Cleaner is the key word. Now, even brush off the bottom of that keyboard. Get it all nice and clean. You don't want little particles and residue flitting around on the motherboard, so. Okay, going to reattach that cable. Make sure it's in far enough, the way it's supposed to be. Lock it down. Make sure it's all lined up straight. Then mount the keyboard back. Usually snaps in under the plate there and then push down at the top. And I know that this particular keyboard screws in two spots. One right next to the CPU fan and the other one where the wireless card goes. Two little silver screws. Very tricky. You would not think that they hold the keyboard in, but that's what I learned. Then we're going to mount this plate back on, and then we're almost done. Yes, Best Buy worked on this. You can tell by their lovely purple stickers. Chances are they didn't open it up. Otherwise, they may have charged this customer more than this computer's worth. Sorry, Best Buy, but your prices are real high. Make sure all those screws are tight, but don't over-tighten them. Never over-tighten any of these laptop screws. Just snugly fit them in there, and that should be fine. They usually have some kind of, adhesive or glue on the screw itself. That's what that blue and red color is on those screws. You'll see them are coated in blue and red. It's to kind of lock the screw in. And get all those screws in. I'm unscrewing it now for some reason. I forgot something. What did I forget? I think I just remembered, but if you guys were observant, you would know. And the missing thing is, yes, the RAM. And I shouldn't have put that one on top first. It's impossible to put that bottom one in second. So. Okay, we're going to mount the RAM back in. Put this cover back on. Then the only thing we should have left is the hinge cover plate, the plate covering the wireless adapter. Throw the battery back in, and I think we're in business. the wireless cover back on there. Dust it off first. Those covers get real dusty. You'd be surprised how much dust comes off of them. If the dust is too thick, I don't use the paintbrush because I don't want to get the paintbrush too messed up. I just use a wet dry vac with the brush attachment. Okay, let's put this cover back on, the hinge plate cover. Or the hinge cover plate. Sorry. Now in this laptop, I believe there's 2 screws holding that plate in from the back once we get it on there. They go right over the hinge covers. Just snap these in. Sometimes they take a little maneuvering, but they will eventually go in, and they need to lay flush. They need to lay exactly how it was before you took it off. And you'll know where it is because there won't be any lumps in it. Let's get these 2 screws on that hold those hinge covers on.